Hey guys, welcome back to your part two of probability outcomes. Whether you are viewing this on Tuesday or Wednesday, I hope that you are having a great day, and I can't wait to dive a little deeper with some practice questions with you. You guys are used to seeing that continuum of probability or that timeline of probability, and I actually found several Bitmojis to match the outcome, the likelihood of outcomes. So first one being impossible over here. Some things that are impossible include having it snow today because it's not cold enough for that, as well as precipitation needs to be available. Other things that are impossible, remember in the book, it's probably Penny. She does not live near a beach, so she said it's impossible for her to see a shark in a 50-mile radius. For us right now, it's impossible for us to see mountains right now in a 10-mile radius because we don't have that. Unlikely, remember, unlikely is, it just means that it could happen, but it's probably not going to. There's definitely a chance, but once again, probably will not happen. Just in current events right now, it is unlikely that we will be able to travel to go to a concert within the next few months because of what is going on right now, current events. So equally likely is a 50-50 chance. It means it could happen. Split in half, that's like a coin toss. It could either be heads or tails. That could be on a dice roll. You could roll an even or an odd number because it's 3 even numbers, 3 odd numbers, 3 and 3, that is halfway of 6. Likely, also, once again, that term similar to unlikely, it means it probably is going to happen, but it's not definitely guaranteed. Like the likelihood of, the likelihood of my own dog going on a walk today, it's probably going to happen. But once again, we can't predict every part of the future. So maybe my dog might get sick today and not feel very well. Maybe I might get sick and not feel well. And so those chances always eliminate the chance that it will certainly happen. And then certain is happening all the time, every time. For example, it is certain that the sun will shine today. Right now, there's the 100% chance of it shining. Currently, I'm even looking outside. However, if you're viewing this on a different day that is not Monday when I'm recording, it might be different for your viewing experience. So, our I can statements for this week. By the very end of the week, you will be able to say, I can list all possible outcomes in a single event. And remember, listing the outcomes, it's relatively easy. You just look at the outcomes that could happen, and that's what you list. All right. You're not really talking about the likelihood when you're just listing the outcomes. You're just describing what is available. So you'll see that when we practice a little bit. And then using the terms impossible, unlikely, equally likely, likely, and certain to describe the degree of likelihood. So as we go through questions, I'm also going to be asking you those types of questions just as a discussion-based post. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to actually exit out of this full screen so I can type in. This is going to look very similar to the activity that you're going to be completing after this video. So marble probability, list all the possible outcomes. Go ahead and take a moment to do that. Okay, so as you can see, I'm clicking on the screen. I can't click anywhere except for it says type your answer here. And when I do click that, I have to get rid of type your answer here. So I could pick a pink marble. I could pick a yellow marble. I could pick a blue marble, a green marble, and an orange marble. If you put those 5 colors down, you are absolutely correct. Colors that I can't pick, that are impossible to pick in this, would be colors like purple or red or black. It is certain that I will pick a pink, yellow, blue, green, or orange marble, it is impossible, once again, to pick the other ones. It's unlikely to pick an orange. You see it only has one, and it is very likely that I will be picking a pink marble because there are 4. Let's do the next one. List all the possible outcomes. Okay, for this one, I'm going to have you pause and do this as well. Okay, so for your possible outcomes on this one, once again, I am going to get rid of this and I'm going to type my possible outcomes. I could get a blue marble again. I could get a black marble. I could get a red marble, a yellow marble. I could get green. I could get orange. It is certain I'll get one of these colors. Once again, by the way, you guys, if you want to move that up, you can on your own screen when you do your activity. Also, notice something that's just kind of bothering me. You see how that blue is there? You can take this box and move it down so it is out of your way. Normally you can. Of course, when it's recording, it won't let me. There you go. So those are my possible outcomes. This bag of marbles, it would be impossible to grab a pink one. It would be likely that I would grab a black marble because there's 3 black. That's the most out of all the other colors. It would be equally likely to grab an orange, red, or a green marble because there's 2, 2, and 2. They have the same chances of getting picked, all right? And here's the last marble probability bag. Go ahead and list all the possible outcomes to the left of your screen. Okay, this one is relatively simple because there is only one color. I can only list purple. That's the only one that I can do. So purple would be the only color that I could pick out of this bag. It is certain every single time I pick a marble from that bag, it will be purple. It is impossible to pick green. It is, and in this situation, actually, we can't even use likely, unlikely, or equally likely because I will always pick a purple marble from that bag. All right, let's go to our next outcome. It is a dice, and we're going to list all of the possible outcomes from here. Go ahead and take a moment to do that. Okay, we are going to have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 on our dice. That's the possible outcomes that you could get from rolling this dice. You could not get 10, you cannot get 12. And then let's talk about chances here. I'm just going to reiterate that on a dice, there are 6 numbers. So to roll one of those 6 numbers, there's an equal chance of getting one of those 6 numbers, right? But rolling, let's say a 4, for example, it would be unlikely to roll 4 because there's only 1 out of 6 numbers that's possible for you to get a 4. Once again, comparing the numbers on the dice, it's equally likely to get a 4, a 3, a 2, a 1, a 5, a 6, because there's all 1 of each. But the chances of actually rolling a dice one time and getting a 4 would be unlikely. All right. We are going to talk Starburst. Look at this picture of Starburst and tell me the possible outcomes of what you would pick. Okay. Some of us might have done flavors or colors, so I could pick a yellow, not a tello, a yellow, which is lemon. I could pick pink, which is strawberry. I can pick a red, which is cherry. And actually, I know that this picture, now that I'm doing this, kind of looks, the red and the orange looks a little similar, but there are some orange ones in there. which of course the color orange has the flavor orange. So out of these Starburst, these two on the corners, those are orange. These two diagonally are red. These two are pink, and then there's 3 yellow. So which one would be most likely to be picked? All right, if you said yellow would be most likely to be picked, you're correct because there's 3. That's the most. It's certain that you will pick yellow, pink, red, or orange. It's impossible to pick. I know they have fun flavors nowadays. They have like a berry punch. I can't pick that from this group of Starburst. Our last practice we are going to do together is cards. And so we are going to kind of go one at a time. So looking at just this first group of cards, listing the possible outcomes from just this first group of cards. So let's go ahead and I'm going to mask the other ones so that you're seeing the only set that I want you to see. All right, we're going to fill that in. That's filled in with blue. Okay, so just this first set of cards, what is the possibility? What are the possible outcomes from this first set of cards? I'm making it a little bigger so you can see it. Go ahead and list the possible outcomes. Okay, if you listed a 3, a 9, a 6, and a 7, you're correct. If you went further and did the colors, awesome for you. So there's only 4 possible outcomes from here. Okay, so now I have the second set of cards. I'm going to make it bigger once again because I want you to be able to see the cards clearly. Look at that second set of cards right here. What are the possible outcomes from this set of cards? If you said a 7, a black 7 spades card, 2 of diamonds, and a 3 of hearts, you're correct. Now let's talk about, let's talk about likelihood. What is the chances or the likelihood of grabbing a 2 of diamonds from this set of cards? Okay, if you said it was likely, you're correct. Once again, I know there are 4 cards and 2 of them are 2s, but the other 2 is a 3 and then a 7. So it wouldn't be equally likely because the other 2 cards would have to be both, another number that's the same. So 2 2s and then 2 7s, 2 2s and 2 3s. But that's just not the case here. So it would be likely that you would pick the 2, right? And then we are going to do the last one. Okay, so I'm still going to pull it up, but you can kind of see, I guess you could have kind of seen on the side that these cards are all 5 of spades, the black 5 of spades. So what is the likelihood? We'll do 2 questions on this one. First, go ahead and answer, how likely is it to pick a 5? Okay, if you said it is certain, you're correct. Next, I want you to tell me the possible outcomes. All right, great. There is 1 possible outcome. You can only pick a 5. So you guys are going to have a practice, Google Slide practice activity similar to this. It's going to have 4 questions about outcomes and probability, 4 slides about it, 2 questions each. And then 1 slide has the continuum that you're going to drag and drop the rectangles on. All right, you guys did, once again, an awesome job today. Can't wait to see all of your work that you return to me if you're in my class or if you're in a different class to your homeroom teacher. Bye.